I start by sieving the flour in a bowl. It's always important to sieve the flour before making use of it. Once that is done, I go in with salt, ginger powder, then mix to combine very well. Once that is done, I go in with oil. Once I add the oil, I go in with water. Once I add the water, I move in with my fingers and start mixing. Once I mix, I will add the remaining water, okay? Once I add the remaining water, I continue to mix till the dough comes together. Once the dough comes together, move it to the work surface and continue kneading till you form another beautiful dough, just like this one, alright? Once that is done, put the dough back into the bowl, cover as demonstrated on the video, and allow to chill for about 10 minutes. 10 minutes later, take whatever you cover the dough with and move the dough to the work surface. I am going to cut into 3 equal parts, okay? I am cutting into 3 equal parts because of the size of my work surface. If you have a bigger space, please go ahead and roll everything at once, okay? I will set aside the remaining 2, cover it properly just like I did after kneading the dough, alright? Now I'm going to add flour on the work surface, place the dough and start rolling. I am going to roll into a very flat dough. Roll as flat as possible you can, okay? Roll it very flat. The more flat you roll, the crunchier the recipe will be at the end of the frying, alright? Once that is done, I'm going to add some black sesame seeds. This is totally optional. I didn't add it at the beginning or while I was mixing the dough because it's totally optional. I love sesame seeds so much. Once I'm done rolling, I'm going to cut in your preferred sizes, alright? Once that is done, I will go ahead and pull it as demonstrated on the video. Set it aside, then I will repeat the same process with the remaining dough. This time, I will not be adding sesame seeds, okay? Now I'm going to repeat the same process with the remaining ones. I spray more flour on the work surface, then start rolling the dough. Roll as flat as possible. The more flat you roll the dough, the more crunchier it will become at the end of the frying. Cut and gently pull, alright? At this point, your oil should be heating up. Fry in a hot, moderate oil. Please do not use too much heat, alright? Remember, the texture of the chips is so light, okay? After about 30 seconds, flip them around to cook properly. It does not take time to cook. Once they are slightly yellow in color, take it out of the hot oil. Put in a strainer to drain out the excess oil. Serve and enjoy. It tastes so good. Once you try this recipe, get ready to be addicted to it. To enjoy, I throw some of them into coffee or tea or whichever drink that you prefer, alright? Go ahead and enjoy. This is the best way to enjoy this recipe. Now we move to the second recipe. In a bowl, I'm going to add some sugar. Once I add the sugar, I go in with grated onion, grated ginger, then I move in with chilled water. Once I add the water, I am going to stir till the sugar is well dissolved. Set it aside. In another bowl, I start by sieving the flour. It is always important to sieve the flour before making use of it. Once that is done, I added a tablespoon of corn starch and baking powder. Mix to combine very well. Once that is done, I will go in with oil, alright? Once I add the oil, I move in with my fingers, start mixing till I form a crumbs. Once that is done, I go in with the sugar mix. Add it into the mixed flour, moving with my fingers and start mixing till I form a dough. I'll be adding the liquid mixture bit by bit. Okay, once I add, I will mix. Once I add, I will mix till I add the final one. Continue to mix till I form a dough. Now I move the dough to the work surface and start kneading till I form another beautiful dough. Okay, do this gently. You will achieve a perfect result at the end of the cooking. Once that is done, put the dough back into the bowl, cover, and allow to chill in your kitchen for about 10 minutes. 10 minutes later, it is time to take the dough to another level. I am going to cut into 3 equal parts. I am cutting into 3 equal parts because of the size of my work surface. If you have a bigger space, please go ahead and roll everything at once. Okay, so I take one of the doughs and start rolling. I am going to roll as flat as possible. All right, you can see the dough is almost penetrating my fingers. All right, at this point it is ready. I am going to shapen the dough as demonstrated on the video. Once that is done, I will go ahead and cut. At this point, you can cut in any shape that you prefer. I will be cutting about 1 inch spaces, or should I say 1 inch sizes, whichever. Cut according to your preferred sizes. And this is what we have after cutting. The dough is very light. All right, arrange them in an open tray just like so. As you add, spray flour around it so that they don't stick to each other. Okay, before frying, I'm going to throw a bulb of onion into the hot oil. Now gently throw them into the hot oil. You can throw them the way they are, or you can make another design while throwing them into the hot oil. The way you throw them into the hot oil is the way they are going to look at the end of the frying. Once they are ready, take it out of the hot oil. Put in a strainer to drain out the excess oil. Serve and enjoy. It was so delicious. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel. Also like and share this video with your loved ones. See you in my next one. Bye.